this flag, it all began with Pastor Ivan Mari after he just realized that life in Zimbabwe is not as it was before. Things are tough. So he, like from his first video, he said he went to the bank and to withdraw money. There's no money, but he actually deposited money and said, okay, how can you tell me there's no money when I deposit money? So it was just after that, there was Independent Day follows, and then he was like, everyone is talking about the flag, okay, raising the flag of Zimbabwe, which is the song of our national anthem. And then he said, you know what? Because every color on our flag, it has a meaning. So he was like, okay, when I look at the yellow, there is no, the yellow tells me that we have gold, but we have no gold. The white tells us that there is peace, but there is no peace. People are being brutalized, people are just disappearing. If you speak against the government, you're considered or labeled a traitor, and all these things, there's no unity, there's nothing. And he was so passionate about the whole issue, and to a point that he started doing video and asking the government to say, could you please help us to get rid of the politicians who are so corrupt, people who don't care about the ordinary person in the street. And from there, it just everyone, he was speaking something that every single Zimbabwean share in common, because whether you're in Zimbabwe or you are outside, we are all affected with what is happening in Zimbabwe. Because if I'm in Ireland, if my parents are in Zimbabwe, if things are tough, they want me to help them.
Of course.
I have to send money. So even if wherever you are, every Zimbabwe is being affected. So he was just calling for politicians who are corrupt to at least to face justice. We lost the 15 billion, and the president said we can't find the money. It's not like you lost 10
15
cents.
billion.
15
billion what, dollars?
Dollars. This is in US dollars. So billion. So
okay.
It's not like you're walking and then you drop a euro. This is money just disappearing from the blue, and no one is being brought to justice. No one is answering for anything. The roads, the building, nothing is being developed. It's instead of things to progress, we are actually going way back.
Okay.
So this is what every Zimbabwean is crying. And with all due respect, Mr. Mugabe, he did his part, he fought the war, we got independent, but it's not a dynasty that we are living in. It's a democratic country. So it's time for him to move. He should step down. If he can't step down because of the polls, people going for voting, at least he should choose a successor, someone he believes in. You know what? I've done my part, and I want this person to continue. Give the battle stick to someone. Even in the Bible, we see people like Moses, when they reach their time, when they are old enough, they gave it to Joshua, who was young. And the reason why, because things which were happening in the 80s or in the 90s, things have moved. Things are evolving. So we need, every Zimbabwean need a change. We need a change in the leadership, something that can actually benefit us and our children, and our children's children. And Zimbabwe is full of resources. We are talking about diamond. We've discovered diamond recently. We have gold, we have zinc, we have everything. We even have the land. You see, so at the end of the day, I don't see that we are the #1 on the poorest country in the world, and our justice system, they don't care about us, and the police, no one really cares about anyone else. So this is why this flag movement started, and there's also another group called Tajamuka. And then there's also another guy, Patson Zamara. His brother, Itai Zamara, he disappeared, and people are calling.
Was he the one who was protesting because he wasn't paid or something? Was he the one who then disappeared after that?
No, that is another guy.
Oh,
He was actually, he went to the parliament and he was asking for President Robert Mugabe to step down.
Okay. Yeah.
And and one day they just came, took him, and he was gone for good. And everyone said, okay, if someone, you can't just take someone out of the street and kill the person. If he's alive, we need him back, or tell us at least, tell us that something is happening, looking for him. We have recently, we have a lot of one lady. She's in prison right now, and they are putting her in a cell whereby murderers are, and her crime is to protest. You see, I respect the law. I respect the leadership. I'm not saying that I need to be rebellious or anything. I respect the leadership, but sometimes you need to listen to the people. Because it is the people that you are leading. So if you are leading people, at least you need to listen to them as well. And I know right now I'm talking to you, and if someone in Zimbabwe, they will say like, oh, he's talking to white people, so they are going to sell this country to white people. But that's not the case. We don't live in a world whereby we are sitting on our own small corner. This is a global village. So I can speak to anyone right now. They're saying Ivan Mawarire, he's this flag, the American flag, which is something that is so heartbroken. That yes, the reason why he's in States, he wanted to be. He was charged with treason.
He wants to stay alive.
He wants to stay alive. No one wants to die, and a lot of people are saying now he's a sellout. No one wants to die. If you have never been taken by the Secret Service, you don't understand the fear. You never understand the fear behind it. So there's a lot of people are really suffering now. This is some of the things that we are really calling for the government, saying like, please listen to the people, because
So Zimbabwe was a very, very rich country not so long ago, wasn't it?
Not so long ago.
Yeah.
And sometimes I meet people, they ask me, oh, you have a good English. I said, yeah, we speak English. And the reason, because of that, there's some things we really have to say thank you to Mr. Mugabe, because his focus was to bring education to everyone. Now, the literacy rate of every Zimbabwean is so high in Africa that everyone knows that every Zimbabwean is so educated and so smart, which is very good. Zimbabwe was the breadbasket of Africa, which was something that we all proud of, or every Zimbabwean is so proud of. And we need that back.
Yeah.
We need that back. We just want to claim our identity and say, you know what, this is who we are. We are the best. And we don't want people to drag us down just because they don't believe in the vision of a beautiful, good Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you told me it started going down since 2002, is that right?
Since 2002, that's when things started going down. There were a lot of what we call it, demonstration because of the land invasion. Some people believe in it, some people didn't believe in it. Myself, I believe in the taking of the land. I believe that the land belonged to the people, the land belonged to the native Zimbabweans, and I was also, what I didn't agree is about going to people and kill them. That I don't agree in killing, but I do believe that if something is yours, someone took something from you, you have the right to take it back, but you don't have to be violent about it.
Okay, we're going to talk more about this because it's extremely interesting, and after this break we're going to listen to some music from Zimbabwe again. This is My Boy Junta.
Max Villa.
Finish, okay?
It feel hours and hours. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
I think you're doing really well. I don't even need to